Hey everyone, welcome back to Ganai's FOSS News. Let's kick things off with some absolutely exciting news from the AI world. According to Open Source for You, NVIDIA researchers have just open-sourced DFlash, a lightweight block diffusion model that's about to change how we think about language model inference. We're talking about speeds up to 15 times faster when processing large language models. What makes this even better is that DFlash integrates seamlessly with popular frameworks like VLLM, SGLang, and Hugging Face checkpoints. Essentially, NVIDIA is democratizing high-performance speculative decoding, making it accessible to developers everywhere instead of keeping it locked behind proprietary walls. This is a huge win for the open-source AI community. Now, if you're running Ubuntu on ARM64 systems, we've got some fantastic news that'll save you countless hours of downtime. FOSS is reporting that Canonical has finally extended its live patch technology to ARM64 platforms, and this is huge. Starting with Ubuntu 26.04 LTS and Ubuntu Core 26, you can now patch your kernel without rebooting. That means critical security updates and system improvements can be deployed instantly, keeping your systems running continuously. For data centers, servers, and critical infrastructure, this is a game changer. No more planning maintenance windows around kernel updates. The ability to apply live patches to ARM64 systems puts Ubuntu in a strong position for organizations that demand maximum uptime. Switching gears now, Oracle is making a significant strategic move with MySQL. As reported by Open Source for You, Oracle has unveiled a brand new open-source governance framework for MySQL, and this represents a real shift in how they're approaching community engagement. They're moving beyond just maintaining the database. They're now implementing a formal governance structure designed to accelerate ecosystem collaboration and code contributions. This is about giving the MySQL community more of a voice in the project's direction and encouraging more developers to contribute. For organizations that rely on MySQL, this is positive news because it signals a commitment to fostering innovation and keeping MySQL vibrant in an increasingly competitive database landscape. Oracle is essentially opening the doors wider for community involvement. Now let's talk about something that could literally save lives. Google has just made a major contribution to global disaster preparedness. According to Open Source for You, Google open-sourced its PyTorch-based hydrology framework that powers the Google Flood Hub platform. This is their AI model that predicts river flooding patterns with incredible accuracy. By open-sourcing this technology, researchers and organizations worldwide can now extend critical flood prediction windows by up to 6 days. Think about what that means. 6 additional days of warning gives communities time to evacuate, secure infrastructure, and save lives. This framework represents cutting-edge AI and hydrological science being made freely available to the world. It's a perfect example of how open source can address global challenges and serve the greater good. Here's something that could reshape how we think about databases and AI. Open Source for You is reporting that Enterprise DB launched EDB Postgres AI, which they're calling an agentic database platform. So what does that mean? Basically, this enables AI agents to run and optimize themselves directly on your live data infrastructure. No more shipping data off to cloud lakehouses and waiting for results. The AI processing happens right there on your database. This is a significant architectural shift because it means lower latency, better sovereignty over your data, and autonomous self-optimization. Enterprise DB is positioning this as the database architecture for the AI era, where data and intelligence processing happen in the same place. For enterprises dealing with sensitive data or regulatory compliance, this could be transformative. Now let's look at a major expansion story. According to Open Source for You, Chainguard announced its comprehensive India strategy on June 18th, targeting a massive market opportunity. Chainguard is a software supply chain security company, and they're taking a partner-led approach to expand across India's thriving AI ecosystem. They're working with major system integrators to secure software supply chains across more than 1,700 global capability centers. This is significant because India has become a powerhouse for AI development and software engineering, and securing that ecosystem from supply chain attacks is critical infrastructure work. Chainguard's strategy shows how open-source security companies are thinking globally and recognizing the importance of emerging tech hubs. Speaking of security, the Linux Foundation just made a major announcement. Open Source for You is reporting on the launch of Akrites, an industry-wide initiative that brings together leading technology companies to protect critical open-source software. Here's why this matters. Artificial intelligence is dramatically accelerating the discovery of vulnerabilities in our foundational software. With AI tools, attackers can find security flaws faster than human teams can patch them. Akrites creates a unified vulnerability response framework to defend against these AI-enabled threats. It's a coordinated effort from the industry to safeguard the critical open-source projects that literally billions of people depend on. This is proactive security thinking at scale, and it represents the open-source community taking collective action. Finally, let's highlight an exciting piece of open-source hardware. Its FOSS is reporting on Pine64's new smart speaker powered by Home Assistant and a RISC-V processor. For just $49.99, you're getting a fully open-source alternative to Amazon's Echo. What's particularly cool is that it includes a hardware mute switch. No guessing whether the microphone is actually off. This runs Home Assistant, meaning you have complete control over your smart home automation without relying on proprietary cloud services or manufacturer lock-in. This is what consumer open-source hardware should look like: affordable, transparent, and user-controlled. Pine64 is proving that you don't need a tech giant's ecosystem to have a reliable smart speaker.